Welcome to Romans, God's Solution to Our Problem, a devotional series by Sumo Youth. Make sure you've got a pen and your copy of Romans with you, and if you haven't already, pause the video and pray that Jesus speaks to you through His Word today.
Hey guys, welcome to day 9. Today we're looking at Romans 4, 16 to 25. Before we look at Romans though, a bit of a background about Abraham back in Genesis 17. God promises Abraham that his wife will bear him a son and he will become the father of many nations. Abraham being about 100 years old and his wife Sarah 90 years old. Abraham had trouble believing God's promise, yet despite this, through faith, continued to obey God. Abraham did not lose faith and fully relied on God's grace to fulfill his promise. He knew that all things were possible through God. If you're a bit unsure of what faith is, Hebrews 11:1 tells us, faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance of what we cannot see. Have a read of Romans 4, 16 and 25 and think about these questions. If God's promise depends on works, whose faithfulness would it rely on? If God's promise depends on grace, whose faithfulness will it rely on? And 3, who will have God's righteousness credited to them? Pause the video when the questions come up on the screen. Welcome back guys. So if God's promises depend on works, it would be up to our merit and we would rely on our hopeless faith in ourselves. Fortunately though, God's promise depends on grace. That's God's riches at Christ's expense. We rely on the faithfulness of God and not on ourselves. Abraham believed God and it was credited to him as righteousness. When we believe in God, we give Jesus our sins, and righteousness and forgiveness will be credited to us. We are made right or accepted by God through faith in Jesus. So let's thank God that through Jesus, we are made right with Him